Governor Ron DeSantis giving the hammer to another corrupt Democrat black woman politician. When I tell y'all, Cat Williams was right when he said that 2024 is going to shed light on a whole lot of stuff. And so 2024 appears to be shedding a whole lot of light on the corrupt black woman politicians. So today, friends, Regina Hill, right here in my own backyard, has done some really bad things, and she has been taken down. She has been arrested, indicted on some of these charges, and Governor DeSantis says, yeah, we're going to have to suspend you while you deal with all of this because the American people, your constituents, deserve better. So that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. Hello, friends, and welcome to The Conservative Poet. I am Amania, and I want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers. We got a whole lot of people that hit that subscribe button, and I want to say thank you for doing that because I will surely work hard to entertain you, to bring you information, and just to be the fighter out here in the streets for you. So, thank you for subscribing. God bless you and God keep you. Commissioner Regina Hill has been in office for several years now. I believe she was first elected. I believe she was elected in 2014. I'm almost positive of that record. And but she has had many ups and downs with the law. She has been arrested several times. Um, drug charges, I believe intoxication charges. She was arrested in Georgia some time back. Actually, that was not even that long ago. And now she is back at it again. She has been arrested, but now she's been arraigned. She did some really bad things to a senior person. She took over their documents as the power of attorney, allegedly. I gotta do allegedly. She purchased a home with this person's money. She used over $100,000 of this person's money, and they said she went and got her face did, she got her teeth did, she got all kinds of stuff and expensive trips and all this stuff, like the Fannie Willis, I don't know. But she's done some really horrific things, and so the law has come for her. The hammer has come. And so we're going to take a look at that and see what it is that Miss Commissioner Regina Hill has been up to. And again, she is the city commissioner of the city of Orlando. So in this area we have county commissioners and then there's city commissioners. And so she is a city commissioner. And so I've met her several times. I've met her. Matter of fact, a time of comes to mind. I was at an event. I think it was last year. Actually, I know exactly when it was. It was last June, and it was at a really great event in the community. And I was there with some other folks, and we had a table. And so she went around all of the tables to look at everybody's stuff, and she had her hair was just like mine all the way down. I mean, she was all gusset up, and here we are sweating in the sun. And she comes up to our table, and she saw our paperwork, and we had some pregnancy paperwork. I was there with one of the pregnancy centers, and we had ways to save babies. And obviously they didn't like that, and she looked at us and she whiffed her weave and she moved on. She just kept on moving. I said, okay, friend, okay. So anyway, that was one of my encounters with Commissioner Regina Hill. I've had a few of them, but I thought that one was funny to share. So any event, let's get into it right now.
There are a lot of serious accusations made in the Florida Department of Law Enforcement affidavit. We now know that FDLE has been investigating Commissioner Hill for more than a year for the alleged misconduct.
But by the participation.
Orlando City Commissioner Regina Hill now the focus of an FDLE investigation, claiming the elected official exploited a 96-year-old woman. According to documents obtained by Eyewitness News, the elderly woman, who we'll refer to as M, had more than $164,000 in the bank, but Hill allegedly spent more than $100,000 of it and charged nearly $10,000 more on M's credit card. The list of purchases include a facelift, perfume, a hotel stay in Miami, car insurance, and dental surgery. M told investigators that she did not give Hill permission to use the money, on top of fraudulently obtaining power of attorney and then using that to purchase this home on 170 Domino Drive in Orange County, with the elderly woman as a co-purchaser. Again, M says she never gave Hill permission to do that. Address, no one seemed to live there, though this is the address Commissioner Hill currently has registered as her voting address. We also went to 3408 Lewis Court, another home owned by M. Neighbors say Hill lived in this house from August until last week, when authorities showed up at the door to tell her to leave. The neighbors told us they thought it was because this house wasn't in Hill's district, but it happened a few days after a judge granted an injunction against Hill. We also went to a previous address listed for Hill Monday evening. A man opened the door and said Hill no longer lived there, but says a few months ago she stopped by and asked him if she could continue to pick up her mail from his address. The man says he refused. When we called Hill about the accusations made against her, she told us they were false and she retained an attorney to fight them. She refused to comment any further or tell us who that attorney was.
Seen that, heard that, good. Wow. Wow. I mean, does this remind you all of Tiffany Henyard and her foolishness? Because it certainly reminds me of that. Again, woman, Democrat woman in charge. Here she is, an elected official, doing stuff like that to the constituent. I mean, oh my God. She went and got her face lifted. She went and got dental surgery. She did all of these things with this woman's money, allegedly. She did all of these things with this woman's money. A 96-year-old. Wow, how low can somebody go? How low can you go? Because this is unprecedented. And she has been indicted because of all of this. And she is going to be facing a lot more consequence. They're saying that she could go to jail for the rest of her life because of this. I mean, fraudulent. And then this power of attorney business where she's taken over this woman's assets. And then they have in there that there's multiple houses. Like, where does she actually live? And a question that I have is, does she even qualify to be, because they're very strict about that you have to live in the city in order to be in office in the city. So does she even live in the city? Like, how is that working? Because it seems like nobody knows where she actually lives. They went knocking on multiple doors and she's not here, and they put her out in one place. Like, what is happening? This is crazy. Again, women in power, Black women in power, Black Democrat women in power. Look at what the shenanigans that they've got going on. Again, friends, Tiffany Henyard comes to mind. Let's go to the next clip.
Regina Hill faces essentially what's a life sentence, up to 180 years in prison if convicted on all 7 felony charges. They're detailed here in these court documents. The accusations include exploitation of an elderly person and several counts of fraud.
Your name, ma'am?
Regina Hill.
During a first appearance from jail yesterday, a judge placed restrictions on the $40,000 bond for Orlando Commissioner Regina Hill. She's been ordered to stay away from a 96-year-old woman who she's accused of defrauding.
Mrs. Hill effectively betrayed the trust of her community by taking advantage of a 96-year-old elderly citizen which is one of the most vulnerable in that community.
The Florida Department of Law Enforcement says Hill fraudulently obtained a mortgage to purchase a house in the elderly woman's name. They also accuse her of using the woman's money to buy expensive things for herself.
Hill repeatedly used the victim's finances to purchase rental cars, hotel stays, personal luxury items.
People who live in Hill's district telling us the allegations are concerning.
And they're just open to be exploited. And for someone who we trusted to be in that position to exploit that is quite disturbing.
Meanwhile, the lawyer representing Hill yesterday says the Orlando commissioner should seek a change of venue.
There's probably no other public official who's been the subject of more press attention over the past couple of years than Commissioner Hill.
This isn't the first time Hill has been in trouble with the law. Before she was elected in 2014, she had been arrested on charges that included marijuana possession. She's also been arrested several times here in Orange County on charges that include possession of illegal substances, but most of those cases were dropped.
So the constituents find this behavior disturbing. And her lawyer says that that she has been in the press. She's gotten some press in reference to these things. Yeah, because she's consistently in trouble. Substance abuse, illegal substance abuse, all kinds of stuff. You heard what the newsman said there, what he reported. She's been in trouble because of illegal possession and things like that. So she's not new to this thing. She's not new to controversy in the media. This is just another step in the story. This is crazy. I mean, how does this even happen? And so they said that she had problems with the law before she was put in office. And so again, this is what you voted for, because obviously maybe her people knew what she was getting into. And one of the news clippings said that, yeah, we're not surprised this is happening. I don't think I'm doing this one here, but it said, yeah, we're not surprised that this is happening. This is pretty much who she is and who she's always been. So it's very disturbing and just I'm telling you, they put these people in power, and this is what they do: abuse of power. I got one more with a hammer. Governor DeSantis, tell it like it is. Let's do it. Hello, fellow patriots. Thank you so much for your support. And again, you can do so by purchasing products from the Orlando Patriots, mugs, t-shirts, all of your patriotic gear. We are in an election year, so we need to show the world that we support our candidates, especially President Trump. So get some gear at theorlandopatriot.com and you'll get 30% off. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. I'll see you there.
She was indicted on charges that include exploitation and mortgage fraud. Florida Department of Law Enforcement spent nearly a year investigating Hill. State agents say Hill spent more than $100,000 from the victim's savings and used the money on personal things like a facelift, a hotel stay, and dental surgery. At a news conference in Miami Monday, DeSantis said the indictment triggered his decision.
If she's convicted, then she's out for good. If she's exonerated, then she can come back.
Regina Hill showed up to City Hall Monday, but following the suspension, she couldn't take her seat when the council meeting began.
It makes me sad. I was pretty stunned by the allegations in themselves. It doesn't seem like Commissioner Hill to me. She's been a caregiver. She's been a nurse. She fights hard for her district.
Seen that, heard that, good. So Governor DeSantis has now decided to suspend her, and I don't know. She's suspended, and they will be holding a meeting next week to find candidates, and there will be a special election in May to determine how the seat moves forward. So I doubt that she's going to be getting out of this, because the police, this investigation, seem to have all of their I's dotted and their T's crossed, and they have been investigating her for over a year. So they got the receipts, they got what they need. So, and they now have moved in on her. And this is really shameful that I'm telling you, it's just really, really shameful and disgraceful to see this yet once again. Another Black woman in power in this kind of a situation, in this kind of a scandal. It's a disgrace. Women like Regina Hill, especially Black women like Regina Hill, Fannie Willis, Fannie, whatever, Tiffany Henyard, Letitia James. I don't know what kind of scandals she has, but based on the examples that we've seen, sure there's something there. But this is really shameful and disgraceful that these Democrat women, this is the kind of leadership that they put in force. This is the kind of stuff that they do out here in public office. They are a disgrace to whatever they do. I mean, and so this is one of the reasons Black women, we have reputations, like, bad reputations, and we're not all like that. We really aren't. So a lot of us, that's great. But when you see people like this, these bad apples, as they like to say, it really ruins it for the rest of us. Because look at this woman. She is on there. I think she's the only Black woman in the whole commission. Yeah, she is. And actually, that's for both commission. That's for both Orange County and the city. She's the only Black woman. They have men. There was another woman. Well, I'm just saying, there's another woman, but there is another woman aside from her, but she's the only Black one. And there is no other Black woman on the Orange County commissioner. I'm trying to picture them. Nope. No other Black woman. So it's like, wow, right? This is the example. This is who you are. This is how you represent. They put you in a power position, and this is what you do to your constituent. This person, a 90-year-old, 96-year-old senior. This is what you do. You go get your teeth done. You get your face did. God, Tiffany Henyard all day long. Tiffany Henyard all day long. And it's these people that it's making the door close, shut. Because they're gonna look at us and say, "Yo, those people, these people are corrupt. These people, you can't put them in power because this is the stuff that they do." And again, maybe it's not because they're Black, but maybe it's because of the morals, right? Democrats and their morals, right? It's a morality thing, not really a colored thing, but a morality thing. And that is the Democrat thing. And it's really sad and disgraceful to really encounter this. I mean, Regina Hill, really, this is horrible. Gosh. Anyway, friends, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Talk to me in the comments, and let's just, I know one thing I wanted to say. So I wanted to say that Governor DeSantis is not afraid to remove you if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. If you got charges coming for you, indictments coming for you, all of these things, he will remove you in a second, right? Because he's done it several times already. And he's appointed different people into certain positions already because he will not stand for it. And so I'm just wondering, the governor in Georgia, just like DeSantis has the same powers as any other governor, right? I'm just wondering, how is it that you all aren't taking such drastic measures and removing these people who are breaking the law? Why aren't you doing that? DeSantis does it. Florida does it. Why isn't Georgia doing it to Fannie Willis? Why isn't that happening? And then Tiffany Henyard out there in Illinois. Why isn't that governor stepping in and removing her? Why isn't that happening? You know, why isn't that happening? Why aren't they stepping in and doing their governorship duties and removing these bad apples out of business? They ain't got no spine. That's why we're happy. Governor DeSantis, we're happy to have you home. We're happy that you've given up on this presidential bid right now. Maybe you salvaged it for 2028. Maybe you salvaged it, and we might just forgive you for doing that and going against President Trump. We just might forgive you because you're doing some great work. We thank you for your service. Anyway, friends, that's going to be it. I had to throw that in. Okay, and I'll see you in another video. God bless you. God keep you. Ta ta ta.